League of Legends is an online video game focused around PvP combat, meaning its players fight against both other players and their own internal demons and anger issues. The game was developed by Riot Games, who is also responsible for TFT, Valorant, and the biggest sexual discrimination lawsuit settlement California has ever had. It's free to play with paid microtransactions, which means the developers are committed to creating an experience that a wide audience can pick up easily, enjoy, and ultimately get hopelessly addicted to while spending their paychecks on things that add no improvement to the gameplay. Every match starts off with 10 players but rarely ends with all 10. This may lead you to believe that the game is a battle royale or something where players get eliminated, but that's not the case. With League of Legends, it's just very common for at least one person to get pissed off, throw a temper tantrum, and leave at some point in the game, leaving the remaining players on the team more screwed than a bolt being used to hang a picture of their dad that left at a young age, never came back, and now is responsible for their inability to mesh with society, so they play online games and get furiously upset with random strangers on the internet. Players are divided into 2 teams, with each team given one side of the map to protect. The map has 3 lanes and a forested area known as the jungle between them. Each lane consists of tower defense turrets that attack anything in their range, which typically consists of greedy morons thinking they can loiter for a little longer without getting punished. While the jungle is where one player from each team disappears to participate in the PvE version of the game, killing monsters and making everyone else wonder where they've gone and when they will be back, similar to someone working in the shoes department when they say they will check in the back for your size. The goal of the game is to demolish towers, breach the base, and destroy the enemy's nexus, all while finding clever ways to tell your own teammates to kill themselves. Lanes have a never-ending flow of these midget wizard NPCs who serve as cash-filled punching bags and are conditioned to do their job, stay in their lane, not ask questions, and eventually die off without doing anything significant, which is also called the American Dream. Players control one character each game, known as a champion, and champions typically fall into a category based off of their strengths and weaknesses. Tanks and bruisers have more health and can take a bigger beating, while mages and assassins deliver high levels of burst damage while being more fragile themselves. ADCs are the worst of both worlds and are typically seen as free walking sacks of cash. Lastly, there are supports who focus on enabling others. There is a strong correlation between being a good support and giving good blowjobs. There are over 150 champs in the game, with Riot releasing a new one every few months when quarterly financial statements are due to their shareholders. Some players commit to just one champ and play it every game, some reach concerning levels of commitment, naming their pets after said champion or even getting tattoos related to the character, while others get bored and would rather lose every game if it means they get to experience something new every game while everyone else is also trying to experience something new too. Joy. Once you've played enough games, you are able to queue for the main ranked game mode, which also goes by the names of solo queue or literal hell on earth. This game mode is identical to the others, with the only difference being it consists of many more death threats and psychological disorders coming to play. Winning or losing changes a point value tied to your account known as LP. There's speculation on what LP stands for, with the leading theory being the likelihood to pull the plug on your own life, as the higher your LP, the more meaningful things in your real life you have sacrificed to get there. The entire game is about as new player friendly as free climbing or Python wrangling, so anyone who says they are a League player has likely been playing for years while also being on strong doses of Prozac. The professional scene of the sport is where Riot Games devotes the majority of its resources, which has resulted in hands down the best overall viewer experience for someone who is trying to lure a baby to sleep. Overall, I would rank the game a 4 out of addiction and highly recommend you give up on any other goals in life so that you can make time to try it out today.